about relationships in anything else.
In your COVID time when you started there, you was actually unemployed until the things that that phase of unemployment. How did it make you feel? What did you think? Did you think of starting a business? I know you started with the jewelry also side. Like, just give us a bit of that.
It made me a hustler. Being unemployed made me a hustler.
Because your back is against the wall now.
Yes, because I had a family to look after, and anything that I could do to, obviously that's legal and that's honorable, that I could do to generate money so I could provide for my family, I did that. From selling clothes, to second-hand clothing, to making jewelry, to you always think of things to do to generate money, because I don't have a plan B. What I'm doing now is my plan A, B, and C.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that is the thing. I don't know if it's like that for everybody, but I can think if you are the main breadwinner in your family, then when you're unemployed and you always keep on thinking, what can I do? Many times we just have that mindset of, I have to go look for a job, I have to find a job, I have to. With all due respect, you can do that. Like go to the factories every day or go to companies, send out your CV and that. But sometimes then I feel by a moedeloos, and it can have a very negative effect on your mental health.
Yes.
So, and that is why I said to you earlier when we had the conversation that one of the things that I so much want to do is to show women out there that are the breadwinners and they are in their house, is that you can do something, man. You can do something with your hands. There's a skill, even if you have to acquire that skill. Even if after that you also find a job, you can still use that skill and do something and start a side hustle, But do something. Don't wait, because they're waiting for people to answer them. Sometimes people say, no, I've sent out 20, 30 CVs. I'm just waiting for an answer. Now you're sitting, nothing comes back to you.
Months go past.
It has a negative effect on your mental health.
What, in your guys' experience, what was your best customer and what was your worst customer or a worst situation?
Okay, I'm not going to name my company.
No, you don't need to name it.
But,
just say.
okay, the worst clients still is normally the clients that don't pay on time. Okay, and one of our other things that we have that we do is, and that we learned in business, we did start our business by charging cash, right? COD or half deposit or deposit on placement of order, and then the other half when we delivered. Okay, it worked fine for a while, right? But then as the clients grew, obviously they have an account with the current supplier. So can you give us an account? So that's sometimes that is the first thing they ask you. Do you give accounts? If you say no, then you know. So we started by also giving accounts and that. So it made things a little bit better. So now we can also we can also estimate. Okay, we also have bills at the end of the month. This is what we get in. This is what we with our current accounting system that we have, right? I can see exactly when I open my system who owes me, who I owe, how much, when will you pay, when will the other company pay, So it's all about calculations and calculating and taking chances and that. So the worst client is the client that don't pay, or they don't pay on time.
And you need to fight with them.
You don't want to phone, you know already, if you don't pay your account they call you. And they don't call you once a day, they call you twice, thrice a day. So you know how annoying that is, so you don't want to do that. And you also don't want to ruin the relationship with the client, The best clients is those that come back. Time and time and time again. And I even had clients that say they die hard design to work bands because of the service that they get, you know. Sometimes we don't let things go out of our office without a PO from the company, right? And then with that PO, we know the deal is sealed. But sometimes I do it for my clients that I know. I trust them. So they tell me, listen, the PO didn't come through, but we don't have mock caps, we don't have earplugs. Then I'll send it and I'll let them sign something and whatever. And then after a while, the PO comes. Right, so that is what I said to build relationships with your clients, and your best clients are those that come back and those that how do I say, they don't have to buy from you, man, but they buy from you. We even have clients that split because they want to supply, they want to support local. They split their PPE between us and another company, maybe a supplier that they had previously. Just because they want to support local, and as they get to know us, they will give us more business, and then one day they will just say you are preferred supplier, and that is the aim of Design to Work, is to become the preferred supplier in Atlantis and even the surrounding areas. We are not yet there. We have a few big clients that sustain our business. We have smaller people that come in here, walk-ins, and we don't say no to anybody. Even if the person that comes in here for one pair of shoes, I will treat you exactly like my client that buys 50 pairs of shoes, you know. Because people is important, man. I'm not going to let you feel you're not. That one who bought that one pair, if he goes to work, he works in a big company, and they ask him, where do you buy that shoes? And he say, by Design to Work. Oh no, who's that? How much did you pay? And they might...
Exactly. The thing is, sometimes maybe that person just hear of your guys and say, okay, let me go check it out. But you don't know this guy is a big corporate company or whatever. They just come in, give me now, you give her, you're just going to buy one. It's the same like the person goes, you know, like how I'm interest. I go to a fancy car place. They're not going to look at me. They're going to just say, this guy. Meanwhile, I want to buy 10 of this guys. And that's the way people have the misconception of how to treat your customers. So that is actually a very valuable thing in business too.
So one of the things that we do, we sell a lot of is golfers, right? So we sell a lot of golfers, these ones that you have on. And many times, or most of the times, the clients want their name on the embroidered or whatever they want on the other side, but their logo on there. And then clients come to us and people phone and say, hi, I saw Vince's golfers embroidered on, will you be able to do that for me? Then I will say, just send you your logo and I'll check a price for you now. And then they buy the golfer with the, you know, and then sometimes it's a lot. It's not for the whole factory or what. So word of mouth is also a very good tool of
word of advertisement.
Exactly, or a way of advertising,
I just want to know, because in COVID times, it was very tough. And you said when you guys started working, yes, you had a no, and you obviously you want to start your business, you need to have that motivation for yourself as well. So that period of time, how was it for you when okay, people say no, you just go to the next client, but you keep that motivation.
We went, we had a lot of no's, but we also had some yeses, and for us being as small as we were, and also just learning business, like I knew business when I was selling jewelry and clothes before that, but I didn't know it as I know it now. I didn't know the business language, as they call the business lingo. I didn't know there's a lingo. Like if you said to me that time I was going to the boardroom to speak to the board of
executives.
No, I would never have gone. But now I can go confidently. And the thing is, we went for product training, right? With some of our suppliers. One of our biggest supplier is Dromix, right? So they took us by the hand, and we are not even we don't buy directly from them. We buy through someone, but they saw us. And they took us by the hand, they give us product training. Now even I can phone them and say, listen, I've got some new students here. Every 18 months they come and they give product training to the students. They will, product training is like, for instance, what is the garment made of, what is the fabric, is it local, the shoes, what kind of leather is it, what is the expiry date of the shoes, stuff like that. So I can go into a boardroom now and I know my product, and I teach these students also. If you know your product, you don't have to be an extrovert, but if you know your product, you speak on your product, you know. And one of the things that we also got is that because we are women, wat weet julle van safety skoene? Is daar nie 'n man wat ons moet kan praat, you know, some stuff like that. Then they're looking for the man. They still come knock at the door, then they ask me where's the boss, and they speak to the boss. But then I let them in. I said the boss is not here now. The two of them, then they laugh. But then I said the boss is not here, but can we help you? And then we make a sound.
But I think
before the guy was
because of the industry, it could be male dominated.
It is male dominant.
Now you as a female come in and you need to deal with this.
Yeah.
And it is a bit tricky to end, but it's a good thing. I think I would also do that just to. So you can over email and that you can just say something else, but for that person to say, okay, now I'm the boss. This person won't know anything. So rather than saying something, just to talk to the client, listen who the person is. You can still go on your own time and go send them an email, go back to them, and that is actually something good, especially when you have a competition of the other gender, who is a male dominated.
But there is now quite a few ladies that's in the industry that we meet from other places and that also know this stuff. And again, I will iterate that, know your product. Whatever you sell, if it's a new product coming in, familiarize yourself with the product before you sell it to somebody else, you know. Like many times, we try the product out. I will tell my supplier, send me one so I can wear it, or so I can confidently tell you, hey, this is a good shoe, man, it fits well, it's comfortable and all of that. But otherwise I can't speak, and even before I sell something that's not familiar to me, to someone, to a client, I will ask my supplier, please tell me, how does it work? How do you know it works? Who did you sell it previously to? Have it been tested, whatever? And we also have a website. So I think one of the most exciting things was when somebody phoned me and said, hi, is this designed to work? I said, yes. Can you please send me a live location? I'm like, yes. Who are you? No, I'm from I don't know where, but I got you on your website. And then it feels good, man, to see that people look on your website and they find you there. So we had quite a few of that now. The first year, our website didn't really work for us, but now it's starting to work.
The other thing is also, what are the projects you going into forward for the next few years that we can pop up as the business growing and you projects that you personally want to attend to?
Business, I think we will just concentrate on growing the business as it is, because our supplier, as I said, Romans is one of our biggest suppliers, but they have new things every year. They will come up with a new jacket, a new this, a new that, and as they come up, we always have to promote it wherever we go. Some of them didn't maybe have a shoe range, now they have a shoe range, so now we go into that again and stuff like that. Personally, for myself, as I told you, one of the things I want to do is do the skills development with women. We will teach them a skill, right? And you become unemployed, or you are unemployed, and there's a skill, there's something that you can do. As I told you, I do the jewelry. I also make soap. I don't have samples of the soap now because I sold it a while back, but I make soap. I can make creams and stuff like that. So there's quite a few things that they can do. And also one of the things that I haven't told you guys is currently I have clients also. You see these reflector jackets, they are now a requirement at a lot of companies. You can't enter without having a reflector on, right? For safety sake. So there's some of our clients that these are not very durable. So you can maybe wait for a year and it will start fading, or the material, you know. So they wanted their own custom-made ones from a thicker material, something more durable than that. So we manufacture for them. So I have a few companies that we do the stuff
to the client's
custom-made
specification.
Yes, exactly. So I don't do sewing myself.
Okay.
So I make use of CMTs in Atlantis. No? I have
You
one in
develop them?
Harmony, yes, and I have one in Atlanta. So it's more retired seamstresses that have like a few machines and they get their people in, and so that is one of the ways that we
Give back.
yes, that we how can I say, we outsource our work and also create employment
Yes.
for them, right? So some of them they do work here and they do alterations and things. But when I have a big order, I will go to either one of the two, or I will split it between the two.
Yes.
And then
Okay, Wilma, ons wil net weet, vir mense wat ook in 'n business of hulle eie business wil start, your point of view, iets motivation en iets inspire vir hulle te sê, as hulle journey wil begin in besigheid.
I would say one of the first things is get yourself compliant. If you start a company or you want to start a company, register the company first, get compliant, find out what you need to become compliant. Like say, it was not different businesses. You want to go into security, you have to have a different set of compliance than somebody that just wants to sell or just want to buy in or import, export. Get yourself a mentor. That I would say that one of the first things, if you know you want to start a business, get people that know more about business than you do. Any small courses that you can do it. There's a lot of online courses that's free. The city has a lot of online courses that's free, and I can tell you it's helpful.
Yes.
And as I said to you before, get yourself an accountability partner. So that you know when you start your business and the business is up and running and money comes into the company, that there's someone to keep you accountable. Like you said before, that you don't get to the point where you just take off the money, spend off the money that comes in, because the money is not actually yours, it is for the company, it's there to run the company, right? And something that I can say to motivate others is, it's never too late. It's never too late. I became CEO of my own company at the age of 50. I'm 54 now, and it's never too late. And don't undersell yourself. Put yourself out there and go for what you want and work hard. It's gonna take some time, not like I will be my own boss and in a few months time my own boss, and it's not like that. Start working. Obviously, it's like going from primary school to high school. At primary school in grade 7, you were a senior. In high school, grade 8, you will be a junior again. So that's with business. You start at the bottom and work your way up. And work hard. When you bang this for hard work, if orders come in here, I carry boxes, I carry things, and I do what I can do because it's my business. It's not somebody else's business, and I want to see my business progress. I want to see, and I also want to see those that help me in my business, that they see, but it's not all about I'm being the boss or whatever. It's about we help each other. And as I said to you before, it's all about the relationships in business. Have good relationships with people, man, or strive to have good relationships with people, even if it's people you buy from or people you sell to, so my motivation is to anybody out there, just start. We have so many ideas, take one of that ideas or learn from other people. I'm not saying steal other people's ideas, but this, sometimes you also wanted to do, you had that idea, but then somebody else is doing that. You can also do that. There's enough place for everybody in the market. I always believe there's enough place. You just need to work hard and put your effort in.
Okay, Wilma, we just want to say thank you for your time. We know you're a busy woman. You're opening the doors for us. And yeah, guys, we will put the details for design to work. Thank you guys. Go check their website out. They also have a website, their content. You can email them. So yeah, we will put the details on for you guys. So yeah, another episode. Thank you guys for tuning in with Breaking Free.